What's up, butt sluts? MegaMania up in your mouth. Let's get this shit poppin'. About to bust out a Mega Man nut. I got 2 Red Bulls here on standby. Let me grab them. Like I said, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to do 7. I'm not going to do 8, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Mega Man 8. It's not fun. It's a momentum ruiner. You know, you got all these good games. Well, 6 not included. 6 is so short, though, so it doesn't really matter. But you got all these good games, and then you got Mega Man 8, which is so long, so boring. I don't like any part of it in order to get to Mega Man 9 and 10. So, and then 11 is another one that is just like, I beat all these games, and now I got this extremely long, drawn-out game. I'm just not a big fan of 11 either. But I'm going to skip 8 and 11, dude. So we're going to do Mega Man 1 through 6, 7, 9, and 10. So let's get this shit going, son. How's your afternoon? Not too bad, man. I dropped Ani off at work, and I got the majority of the day here to fuck around, so I'm grateful for that. I've just been working my ass off, guys. A lot of work. I was gonna go to the shooting range today, but I was like, let's get this MegaMania going. Maybe I'll go to the shooting range tomorrow. You can't find fucking any ammo, dude. Like, Old English had like 9mm bullets for, you know, normal prices, normal people prices, but they sold out in like 10 fucking minutes. Don't let these gun owners fool you, dude. They're just as bad as like any of these other panic buyers and scalpers and everything else. Like, they're just as bad as those people, dude. They're acting like fucking fools with this shit, dude. They got fucking a box of 9mm ammo up to like fucking $50 now, because it's non-existent. So these places are charging like $50 for a box of 9mm bullets. Thanks, Cody. Mississippi is bone dry on ammo. Yeah, you can't find it anywhere, dude. I feel like there's something amiss. There's something else going on. These, I seen an interview with this ammo manufacturer not too long ago who was talking about it just doesn't make any sense. He's like, we're working 3 shifts here, you know, 24 hours a day to make this fucking ammo, and it's non-existent. Well, here's the thing. It's like one of those situations where, I mean, if the government wants to buy up all the ammo, yeah, you can have all the guns you want, but what are you going to do? What are you going to shoot? You know? That's what a lot of my friends are talking about right now. They're just like, I think the government's buying up all the fucking ammo. They're saying they're using it for this and that, but, you know, if they buy up all the ammo, I mean, what are you supposed to do? It's just one of those things where it's just like, you can't shoot a gun without bullets? You know? I mean, you could always just, you know, beat someone down with the butt of the gun, I guess. You're gonna have a war, you're gonna have a civil war where everybody's just, like, gun-smacking people. To me, it's just stupid, dude, okay? Like, if the government wants to destroy the Constitution and take our fucking guns, there's really not gonna be a whole lot we're gonna be able to do about it. I'm like, yeah, you can set up a Giza pyramid-sized mountain of ammo in your fucking bunker. I mean, but, you know, what are you gonna do with it? I mean, what are you gonna go on a rampage and just fucking kill everybody? No, you're not. You're gonna end up giving away your guns and doing what you're told. I mean, there's not really a whole lot we can do about it. You know, you know, I don't really understand what people are doing, buying up all this shit. Like, it's just stupid. But people are not gonna. People aren't gonna put their lives in jeopardy, you know, to be like, you know, these cops are gonna come like, oh, hey, we know you have a gun, you got to give it up, and they're not gonna go to jail over keeping their gun, dude. At least I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't see them taking away our guns, but I see them making us jump through so many hoops that it's just not even gonna be feasible to even have one. You know what I mean? Depending on what kind of tax rates that Biden's gonna put on, like, even owning a gun, dude, I wonder how that's gonna fly. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not paying $200 extra on my taxes to own a gun every fucking year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Dude, the media's got their heads so far up goddamn Biden's ass, dude, you can't even see, you can barely, all you see is their toes poking out of his ass. It's the most pathetic thing ever. They had a countdown to when Biden was going to take office. They had a 6-hour countdown on there for like 6 hours straight. It's like, seriously, guys? when Trump took office, they wouldn't even talk about it. I couldn't even find news about like anything when he was getting in. Like they don't even try to hide their bias. That's what kills me. They don't care if you know that they're biased. Bought and paid for. Have you heard that Mega Man X corrupted fan game that's been in development for years? X1 on steroids. Yeah, I mean, I had, I think you sent me a bunch of Mega Man X games or something, or Mega Man ROM hacks or something, but I have just so many games in my backlog, dude. I have a hard time investing any time and you know, Mega Man X with pony sprites or whatever other fucking bullshit. Can you imagine somebody spending like 30, 40 hours like hacking Mega Man to put some fucking pony sprites in it or something? It's like, come on, dude. Like, there's titties out there to suck, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know why I'm not getting laid. I don't know why. Well, you're spending 40 hours of your life putting in pony sprites in a goddamn Mega Man game, dude. That's why. This, on AGDQ, they'll do like Buster only runs of this game, but they can't do fully Buster only runs because you have to do Guts Man to get past this part, or what is it, Elect Man weapon to get past that part. So then they switch back to like, yeah, it's Buster only except for that part. I'm like, that's not Buster only then. So cram it up your ass. It's Buster only, but just that part, just that part. Shit. Sometimes I can get this. I'll try. Oh, there it is. Oh, why'd I do that? God damn it. Oh, no! Weak sauce. God damn it. Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to try to get that fucking health again. At least try. I forgot they brought back those 3D Doritos. God damn it, dude. This is not boding well. Yeah, like I said, I just couldn't believe how... Thanks, dude. I just couldn't believe how loud it was. I was like, fucking Christ almighty. I mean, because I had the earplugs in, but I guess they weren't deep enough in my ear or something, but I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, because I would shoot the gun, and it would just, like my ears would close up. Because I have a lot of earwax in my ears, too. So my ears would, like, close up with, like, every shot, and I was like, fucking damn, dude. Then my ears hurt for, like, 2 days afterwards. I guess, like, military people don't really... God damn, dude, I'm getting my ass kicked on this fucking level for some reason. Yeah, I guess military people don't really have too much of a choice. Because it's just like, I guess you can't really go around with earmuffs in the... on a battleground and shit, but... Dude, my fucking allergies are killing me lately, dude. I feel dizzy as a mofo. Around this time of year, dude, I always feel like this. Thanks, Dumaldi. Getting this health right here is dangerous because it can send you over the edge. Oh, wow. That was stupid. Pepsi Blue is fucking disgusting. Am I back at the beginning? I am. Fuck. Oh, boy. Pepsi Blue was disgusting, dude. I remember, I'll never forget this, like, me and my friend, we went to Kings Island. And, when Pepsi Blue came out, it first came out, and I got me one, I was like, man, this is fucking nauseating, dude. Like, I hated it. It tasted like there was something wrong with it. Face Off, they still have Face Off, but it's not called Face Off anymore. None of Kings Island's rides actually have movie titles anymore because it's not owned by Paramount. So they just have like generic brand titles. Like Super Fun Ride Deluxe or some stupid bullshit. It's fucking lame. I used to like Kings Island when it was owned by Paramount. Because they used to have movie posters and like all this cool shit. Now they don't. You guys are making me want to watch Face Off. I wonder if it's on Netflix. Actually, no, we don't even have Netflix anymore. We canceled it. Thanks, Bird. Loving the stream. I'm doing my own MegaMania at the same time and just not beat Mega Man 1. Hell yeah, do you want to race, son? Think you're better than me? Bird's like, no offense, man, but I'm having a MegaMania over here, guys. If you guys want to come to my MegaMania, I've already beat MegaMania 1. I don't suck dicks like Silent Rob over here. He's like, fuck your MegaMania, dude. Generic brand. MegaMania 6 knocked Courtney up. Courtney knocks herself up, dude. Pretty sure she's been pregnant like 2 or 3 times since we broke up, but I'm not 100%. I talked to her the other day. Actually, I talked to her yesterday. See how she was doing. She's like, I hate my life. Everything sucks. I was like, okay. All right, have a good one. Bye. See ya. Bye. Like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot dick. I was just like, she's like, oh, these guys. I was like, you date trash. I was like, you know, like if you would have treated me right, we probably would have worked out, but you didn't. I was like, I was teasing her. I was like, I'd go out to get some gas and come back. You fuck 3 dudes. I was like, how does that even happen, dude? She was laughing. She's like, yeah, I treated you bad. I was like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's funny, I got like, since I've been married, I've had like 2 or 3 ex-girlfriends call me up, like trying to get back with me, because they know that I treated them way better than some of these losers they were with, dude. Like, oh, you treated me so good, I regret not treating you right, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I fucking love you, I fucking love you. That dick is king, big dick is king. I was like, I know. You fucked up. You had the big dick. You had the dude that was faithful and was a good dude, but you fucked it up because you're a fucking bus slut. That's what bus sluts do, dude. I have not talked to Boo Kitty since like 2009 or something crazy. I don't hate Boo Kitty. I don't have anything against Boo Kitty. It just didn't work out, and I just couldn't talk to her anymore because it was just a bad situation. But I wish her well. She's not a bad person. Compared to some of the other girls I've been with, dude, no. Less than an hour, not too bad. There's a pretty pitiful showing, honestly, for Mega Man 1, but like I said, my head's kind of bugging today. The controls just feel 100% better in this game. And then Mega Man 3 just perfected the controls after this game. There's a little bit of a slide still in this one, but it's way better than the first game. It's crazy how they thought the American public couldn't handle this game in its default difficulty, and they had to, like, fucking tone it down. Because as a kid, I would play it on normal mode. Because, I mean, why would I choose to play it on difficult, you know what I mean? I thought normal mode was the normal difficulty. As a kid, that's more of a difficulty that makes sense anyways. Because, you know, as a kid, you think you're good at games as a kid, but you're really not. It'd take you an entire summer to beat one game back in the day and shit, but in your head, you thought you were good. And there were certain things I could do better when I was a kid than I can do now, for sure. Like, I was better at Gradius-style, like, side-scrolling shooters back then. I feel like my hand-eye coordination has definitely taken a dip in recent years. Ever called the Nintendo hint line as a kid? Nah, dude, my parents say they would literally kill me if I ever did. Like, my mom would have destroyed me. It was like $100 a second to fucking call that line, dude. I mean, it was no joke. It was mad expensive, because I would ask my mom, because I'd be stuck on a game or something. And I'd be like, can I call this line? She's like, no! I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. She'd get that Exorcist shit out, dude. My mom's head would be spinning and shit. Puking up pea soup on me. If you do, I will kill you! She would have, dude. Yeah, trust me, I thought about doing it. I'll be like, would they really know if I did a quick call? If I did a quick call, and my mom would read my mind. I'd be sitting there, but she'd be reading my mind as I was thinking it. She'd be like, I would know. So don't even think about it. I would think it, and there'd be a knife up to my throat immediately. She would come out of nowhere, and the knife would just come up to my throat. Be like, okay, I won't. I swear. It's just brain's just thinking it. That's it. I didn't mean it. Sorry. $5.99 for a fucking first 5 minutes, $2.95 a minute, dude. That's crazy. And those people are trained to keep you on the phone too. Those people are trained to keep you on the phone for as long as possible. You're not. People are thinking, oh, it'll only take like 5 minutes to. No, dude. They're gonna keep you on hold. They're gonna transfer you. They're gonna do It's gonna be a $60 call, guaranteed. Guaranteed, if not more. My dad called. Here's a funny story I never told you guys. For years, my dad used to talk about this game, and I didn't know what game he was talking about. And he's just like, because I would ask him, I'm like, Dad, what's the worst game you've ever played? And my dad's like, well, I bought this one game. He's like, I can't remember what the name of it was. I'm gonna see if you guys. Here's a game, okay? Here's a game. See if you guys can figure out what game I'm talking about. As I'm telling you about what the description my dad gave me. See if you guys can figure out what game this is. I know what game it is now, but see if you guys can figure out what game this is, okay? So I asked my dad as a kid. I was like, what is the worst game you ever bought or played in your entire life? And he's like, well, I bought this one game. He's like, it was fucking terrible. And he's like, I even called the Nintendo hotline about it. He's like, I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, really? Because my dad never called that hotline, but he called the hotline for this. He's just like, I was like, describe it to me, Dad. And he's like, well, you're on the side of this cliff the entire game, and like you're just like shooting out swords out of your chest or some stupid bullshit. And he's like, I couldn't get off the side of the goddamn cliff. And he's like, I'm like, so what'd you do? He's like, I called the hotline, and then the hotline told me that is the entire game. He's like, the entire game is being on the side of the cliff, shooting swords out of your chest. He's like, so I brought that sumbitch back. Deadly Towers, you guys got. That's the game, dude. Deadly Towers, you guys got it, dude. And my dad I didn't know what it was. My dad was describing it to me when I was a kid. It wasn't until I started playing ROMs and emulators that I figured out what it was. And I called my dad into the room. I was like, Dad, I'm gonna show you something. And I brought it up on emulator. I was like, is this the game you're talking about? Oh, dude, it was like a non-flashback for my dad, dude. He's like, oh, God, oh, no! He's like, yeah, this game's a fucking piece of garbage. I was like, yeah. It's like, you're not wrong. My dad had good taste, dude. Like, my dad played good games back then. Like, we only really owned good games. If he bought a bad game, he'd take that sumbitch back real quick. So like, my dad is just like, because I was showing him the game, I was like, yeah, this game's terrible. He's like, I couldn't get off the cliff. I was like, Dad, the game is the cliff. He's like, you never leave this area? I was like, not really. I was like, you'll go to dungeons and stuff, but the dungeons still look like the side of the cliff. He's like, wow. He's like, I'm glad I brought that back. Because, I mean, I understand why he bought the game. I mean, truth be told, I like the cover art to Deadly Towers. I think the cover art's really cool. And, it doesn't look like a bad game until you get it, and it's just like, oh my god. Thanks, Deadshot. What's your craziest hookup story? I once hooked up with a blonde who ended up attacking with a bag of her father's ashes. Holy shit! Dude, that's fucking crazy. Oh man, I got some stories for you guys, dude. I got stories for days, son. So, I might have told this story, but I'm going to tell it again for those that haven't heard it. Slowpoke, oh, thanks. Thanks, dude. Well, my dad has no interest in this stuff, dude. But he does watch me. He might be watching right now, for all I know. So I'll tell you guys a hookup story, okay? This is the hookup story of which I got with the fat, ugly chick. Okay, so I was... Let me put you guys in my position here, okay? I hadn't had sex for probably like 8 months at this point, okay? I was dying. I was hurting. Dude, okay, I would have... like, dude, I would have fucked anything at this point, dude. 80-year-old granny? 80-year-old 400-pound granny? Okay? Bend that bitch over, dude. I don't even care. So, I'm talking to this girl, and she's sending me these pictures, and I'm kind of telling that these pictures aren't really that great. I could tell like she was like doing the pictures in like the right light where the planets are aligned and everything is perfect for this girl to look remotely fuckable. And, you know, I'm sending her pictures and blah, blah, blah. So, I go and meet her, dude, and she lives like fucking 45 minutes away, dude. And I'm just like, oh, God. But I knew I was gonna get laid. Like, she was telling me, she's like, oh, you come here, you're gonna get the butthole, you're gonna get mouth, you're gonna get, you know, everything, every orifice. I was like, okay, I'm coming. So I get in my car, I drive all the way over there, 45 minutes, dude. And I get up to the door, I knock on it. This bitch answers the door, and dude, she is hideous, dude. Like, there is no redeeming qualities at all, dude. Like, I would have fucked a dumpster over this girl, dude. Like, if you was to put a dumpster, I mean, this dumpster could have been on fire. An on-fire dumpster. Okay, I would have taken a drill and drilled a hole in it and fucked it over this girl, dude. Like, I was so fucking upset, dude. She answered the door, I was like, God damn it. And at this point, I drank like 3 Red Bulls, and I had to piss. And I was like, I didn't want to like immediately leave and be a dick. You know what I mean? I'm just not the type of person. So I was like, can I come in and use your bathroom? And she's like, oh yeah, I mean, you're coming in anyways, right? I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay, and then, dude, I mean, this bitch was so fucking, she was huge. And so I went in, took a piss, I come out, and she's got like 3 shots on the table on the counter of like, I think it's tequila, I don't even remember. And so, here, let me pause this. And I was just like, she's like, oh, have a shot. And I was like, and I'm not one to really turn down a shot. It looked like it was some pretty good tequila, too. So I took a shot. 1 shot led to another shot. That shot led to the 3rd shot. And by this point, dude, okay, so by the 3rd shot, she's grabbing my hand, and she's leading me into the fucking bedroom. I was like, dude, I was shaking my head the whole time. I was like, I cannot believe I'm about to fucking do this, dude. So then in my mind, I'm thinking, there ain't no way I'm going to be able to get my dick hard for this girl, dude. Like, there's just no way. So I'm just like, it's not going to happen, because I'm not going to be able to get hard for this girl, dude. I mean, I don't care what this girl does. It's just not going to happen. So she leads me into the fucking room, and there is this smoking hot fucking chick, dude. Smoking hot. Laying on the bed asleep. So then I started to get, like, half excited. I'm like, oh shit, are we about to have a threesome? You know what I mean? Like, that would have been, you know, I could, like, lock the other girl out of the room, and I could fuck this hot chick, you know what I mean? So I was thinking, you know, so I got, like, a half chub just looking at this girl, because she's fucking hot. So, this fucking bitch, I shit you guys not, dude. This bitch picks up this sleeping hot chick off the bed, dude. Just scoops her up, and this girl's like, it's like, what's going on? It's like, oh, I got a date. This girl scoops up this girl off the bed and throws her over her shoulder and walks out with this bitch, dude. Like it's a fucking bag of potatoes. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, this bitch is about to manhandle my ass. And I was like, oh my god. So then she closes the door, locks the door, and I'm stuck at this point. So this girl starts fucking slobbing my knob, dude, and I'm just like, unbelievable. And she has to slob my knob for like probably 30 minutes before I even get a half chub. Like, that's how fucking nasty she is. And I'm just like, god damn it. So then I sort of have sex with her, but you know how it is when you have like a half chub and it's just not good. And I gave her like maybe 20% of the dick fury, you know what I mean? I just gave her the tip, you know, slapped her vag lips a couple times with it, and I was like, okay, I gotta go. And, and I remember she's like, oh, that was so good, I was just like, okay, it was? Okay. Like, I didn't even bust, guys. Like, I'm telling you, I didn't even bust. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. And like, she's like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. She's going in there, like, take a shit afterwards or some shit. I'm like, okay, bye, see ya! This bitch texts me for like 2 months afterwards trying to get me back over. Oh, it's the best sex I ever had, blah, blah, blah. I was like, if that's the best sex you've ever had, I feel bad for you. Like, I didn't even give her like 20% of the dick fury, dude. Like, not even 20%. Like, she probably would have died if I would have gave her a hundo. Jesus Christ, dude. It was awful. It still wakes me up in cold sweats sometimes, even thinking about it, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just, I mean, it ain't even that she's like, that she was like big would have been bad enough. You know, I'm not into big girls, but it is, you know, some guys are, and they're, you know, I've seen some bigger girls, and they're pretty hot. You know, like, not like huge, but like chubby's hot. But there was just nothing redeeming about her at all, dude. Like, she was jacked. I mean, she looks like she fucking got hit by a Mack truck going about 60 miles an hour, dude. I was like, god damn. She was a fucking nurse, too. Like, she had money, dude. Like, her house was huge. You know what I mean? Like, if she was hot, I would have had it made. I would have moved into that bitch's house. Like, she had a big-ass house. Like, she had money, dude. Thanks, Killer7. You should do the Game Boy games. You can beat 2 without practice. 2 is easy. I had 2 as a kid. You're dying right now. I got stories for days, guys. I got a story about Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. Dude, I remember I was at Sears. I think it was Sears. Sears used to sell video games back in the day. And they had Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy there. And this was just a regular trip to Sears. My dad had to get some drill bits or something, I can't remember. And like, I would beg my dad for a game every now and then. Sometimes he would buckle and he would get me a game. But like, this was maybe like a 1 or 2 time a year occurrence, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't get games throughout the year. Like, you know, like, we only got them at Christmas time and birthdays and special occasions. Like, if I got good grades or something. But I begged my dad, I was like, Dad, Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy! You know what I mean? Like, I was like, portable Mega Man 2, Dad, please, I need this. I'll die if I don't have this. Fuck, I was looking at the comments, sorry. I was like, I need this. I'll die if I don't have this. And I begged him, and he got it for me. And, dude, I was so psyched, because I had my Game Boy Color in the car. I was able to play it on the way home. And I shit you guys not, dude. I beat that game on the way home from Sears, dude. We were pulling into the driveway of my house, and I beat it. Dude, I was crying, dude. I was crying like a bitch. I was like, God damn it. I was already pissed because it wasn't Mega Man 2. I thought it was just gonna be this on Game Boy. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that it was a completely different game. Like, why would, I mean, I can't be the only one to think, like, hey, it says Mega Man 2, why wouldn't it be Mega Man 2, you know what I mean? So as soon as I started playing it, I was already pissed. Then I beat it within 30 minutes on the drive home, and I was crying, dude. I got out of the car, and I was like running in the yard, like, throwing a fit, and, like, throwing the game down, and I was, like, so mad. I was like, take it back! Let me take it back, it sucks! And I feel bad saying it now, because it's just like, you know, my dad bought me this game, you know, out of the kindness of his heart, but... Dude, I didn't get games that often, and it was just like, God damn it, dude, and I wasted it on this fucking... It was a shitty game, too. It's not a good Mega Man game. Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy is pretty bad. Thanks, AB. Back in the MySpace days, I met a chick who was like a 7 out of 10 in the pic, 2 out of 10 in real life. She made me feel bad for not liking her and gave me a handy while driving. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'm not really into handies, dude. I'm not, dude, like, you know, girls never do them right, so I just end up taking over and finishing the fucking job anyways. Like, girls don't know what they're doing down there half the time. Yeah, half the time you get a blowjob from a chick and they don't know what the fuck they're doing either, so I'm just like, let's just fuck. I'd rather fuck. I was like, I'd rather fuck than you putting my dick in your mouth and you're scraping it with your teeth and, you know, all this other bullshit. I'd rather fuck. I'm down to get the friction on. I used to blow girls' minds. They're just like, you don't really like VJs all that much, do you? I'm like, you don't do them right. I'm like, you don't do them right. I'd rather just fuck, which is good for the girl. They'd rather do that half the time anyways, but I was with a couple girls that all they wanted to do all the time was suck my dick. I'm like, you don't do it right. I'm not gonna fucking probably bust anyways. So if you're gonna suck my dick, we better fuck afterwards, otherwise I'm gonna be pissed off. It's fucking bullshit. What's up, Ani? I'm just talking about girls sucking my dick. Typical conversation for me. I'm gonna open my second Red Bull so I can get my heart attack on. Yeah, let me show you how it's done. I've heard that from every single girl I've ever been with. Dude, no girl has ever made me bust off a blowjob, dude. Not even close. Not even close. There was one girl that maybe got halfway there, but I need way more than that in order to fucking get there, dude. Does not happen. Every girl, I'll tell every girl I ever get with that, and they're always like, psh, you haven't had my blowjobs. I'm like, okay, alright. Girls always think they're gonna rock your world. I'm like, oh, what, you're gonna lay on your back? Like, way more hardcore than other girls have laid on their back? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm doing all the work, stupid bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, no girl has ever got me there with that shit, dude. Not even close. Not even close. They are just fools. They don't know what they're doing. There was one girl I was with that was pretty close. So I'll give her credit with that, but... Here's what I like to just fuck them, and then, you know, I'm gonna bust, I'll bust in their mouth. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I'm fine with that. That is acceptable. These girls always think, my blue jabs are world famous. I was like, oh yeah? Okay. Plus, my dick is massive, guys. My dick is fucking enormous. So, it takes a lot. It really does. Thanks, AB. They make a realistic porno where the lady stops blowing to get a glass of water or blow her nose. Or just stops to watch TV on her phone. Yeah, no shit, dude. Or you go to fuck them and they're bleeding or some bullshit. I can't tell you how many times I went to have sex with girls and they didn't know, like, they're fucking like halfway on their period, not like full on their period. And then like I go to do it and I'm just like, nope. I'm like, they're like, what? What's wrong? I was like, nope. I don't even say nothing else. I just walk away. Nope. They're like, no, but I'm not bleeding that bad. Nope. Nope. See ya! Okay, I'll call you an Uber. You're gonna pay for it, but I'll call it for you. Get out of my face. No time for that. Dude, I've had guys tell me, they're like, oh, I've gone down on chicks like that before. I'm like, you're fucking disgusting, and now we're no longer friends. Nope! Ooh, gotta get your Red Wings. I was like, you gotta get out of my house, is what you gotta do. Because you're a sick-ass, disgusting-ass bitch. Dude, I very rarely ever go down on a chick anyways, dude, I'll be honest with you. Those days are long gone. Those days are long gone. I remember before the first time I ever had sex, I was just like, oh, I bet that's fun, man, but I'm gonna eat me some pussy, eat it up. And then the first couple girls I did it to, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm over this. I don't really like this that much. Dude, I literally just like fucking, dude, that's it. I don't like foreplay, I'm not really into kissing, I'm not gonna, you know, do all this shit. I just wanna fucking bang, dude. That's just the way I am. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't fucking licking no vag for fucking 45 minutes. Like, get the lube out and let's fuck! It's fucking, I'm wasting my time. Jesus. Takes forever, dude. Fuck. And you got these bitches that all they do, they'll spray their vag with some bullshit, and now it smells like fish and cheap ass perfume. So it didn't help. Kind of made it worse. Ooh, I can't believe I just killed that guy. With basically no hits. What advice do I have for getting girls? The biggest advice I can give you guys is just to, you know, be yourself and make them laugh. If you do go on a date, don't be desperate. Just act like it's no big deal, dude. Because it isn't. The first date is no big deal. There's a lot of first dates that it's gonna go nowhere. You're not gonna get laid every date. A lot of dates are a complete waste of time. I've been on several. Yeah, after the date, you know, don't immediately text them that night, you know what I mean? Like, give it a day or two. Let them text you. I'll do that a lot. I'll let them text me. That's why, you know, like Joe was telling me about, like, how he's, like, telling these girls and stuff, like, he's bi and stuff on the first date and whatnot. I'm like, dude, don't do that. I'm like, you know, these girls don't gotta know everything about you on the first date. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna know everything about them on the first date either. First date is just to hang out and see if you can tolerate the person's existence for more than 5 minutes. That's literally all a first date is. Now, don't get me wrong, I have fucked on the first date. Don't get me wrong. But it's a rarity and it doesn't happen all the time, and it's usually sluts. And you don't usually want to be with those types of girls anyway, so it's a catch-22. Yeah, don't overthink it, dude. It's really not a big deal. Don't put the pussy on a pedestal, man. Yeah, mood has got it, dude. Go, you know, go hang out, make some jokes. You know, if you go out with a girl and you're making jokes and she's laughing and she's digging it, you know what I mean? You're in there. If you're going and you're making jokes and she's not laughing, she's not digging it, and she's on her phone 3/4 of the time, it's over. You got no chance, you might as well move on. I mean, that happens. It happens. You know? I mean, I've been on a couple dates, and it just didn't work out. You know? Like, when I first started dating, dude, I mean, I'll tell you guys this, maybe it'll make you guys feel better, okay? When I worked at GameStop, I worked with this guy, and he had this sister, dude, and his sister was hot. And I was joking with him one day, I was like, dude, I want to bang your sister. And he's like, shut up, dude. I was like, no, seriously, hook me up with your sister. So, this guy actually did give me her fucking number. And, dude, this girl was a fucking slut, dude, I could tell. I was texting her, and she's just like, oh, man, I'm gonna punish that dick, and, like, all this shit. I'm like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? And, like, I hadn't even been laid at that point, you know what I mean? Like, I am, like, still virgin central and shit. And, like, I drove the biggest piece of shit car, dude. Like, I had this, as a 91 Cavalier, 91 or 92 Cavalier. This motherfucker smoked like cats, dude, you know what I mean? Like, some crazy cat lady owned it, like, before me and shit. Like, it was disgusting, dude. And I remember, like, this girl was gonna fuck me, dude. And I was texting her, and she's like, oh, what kind of car do you drive? And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I told her, I was like, I have a Cavalier, it's a pretty shitty car. And I remember her texting me back, she's like, I'm not getting in that car. And I thought she was joking. Okay, so we had a date the next day, and okay, so we're like talking and shit, and I go and pick her up, and I thought she was joking, dude. Like, I went and picked her up, and like, this nasty bitch, dude, this mean ass bitch, did not want to get in this car, dude. She did not want to get in it, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess this is over. And then she comes walking back up, she's like, I'll come with you, but my friend's gonna come. And I'm like, oh god, dude. So I literally, we went around the block, and I took her back home, and that was that. I never heard from her again, dude. So I literally missed out on that pussy, because she was a materialistic bitch, and didn't wanna deal with my car and shit. I mean, that shit happens, dude. I mean, I was crushed. You know what I mean? I wanted to tap that. But, like, she was a mean-ass fucking bitch, dude. Like, all she cared about was, you know, getting fucked and getting taken care of by dudes and shit. And, you know, nice cars, nice things. I didn't have any of that, dude, at that time. So, like, I mean, I felt like shit, dude. Like, I was just like, man, I'm just like, I'm never gonna get laid, dude. You know what I mean? Like I was hurting at that point. This was a little bit before I made my YouTube page. Never talked to her again. And I remember that guy I worked with, I went to him the next day, I was like, dude, your sister's a fucking bitch. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you she's bitch. I was like, thanks, dude. Never traveled to Las Vegas. No, I went to Arizona to see Asa not too long ago, and I wanted to go to Vegas. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff, dude. Casinos, I just lose my ass. Arbiter's getting me hooked up with getting this Bitcoin stuff going. Here a little while ago, he had me on Discord, and I set up a Bitcoin account for me. I'm going to be buying some Bitcoin here pretty soon. So hopefully that pans out. God, this song is just unbelievable, dude. Like, what were they thinking when they made this song? I mean, on some old-ass computer. I mean, imagine this. This composer on some old-ass fucking computer with this, like, whatever, Famatracker's hardware, whatever the fuck they're using to make this music, composed this, brought his colleagues into the room to hear this. I mean, can you imagine the feeling that's gotta be like to create this back then? In 1988? I mean, it's unbelievable, dude. He brought in all his coworkers, like, guys, come listen to what I made. And they listened to this and probably shit their pants. It's like, are you fucking serious? On a computer that probably had like 1 kilobyte of RAM or some shit. It's just, it blows my mind, dude, and it will always be impressive to me. Even as a kid, this fucking music blew my mind, dude. And when I got into, like, OC Remix and sites like that back in the day, like, this was the stuff that I listened to. Like, I would listen to remixes of this and shit like that. I mean, it's literally in the running for best NES song ever. I mean, I would probably say it is. This is one of the coolest. Oh, what? What the fuck, dude? Here, let me close my curtains real quick, guys. I got the sunlight fucking blasting on my screen here. Give me a second. That's why Japanese games have piano music puzzles. Yeah, that always kind of threw. It's always kind of interesting to me. Like Star Tropics has that piano puzzle in it, and it's always kind of interesting to me because, like, you have to know a little bit about music to be able to do that puzzle. If you don't know the solution, like I know the solution because I've played the game a million times. But there's a piano puzzle in Star Tropics, and it's just like, you kinda have to know music a little bit in order to fucking do this puzzle. I shit you not, guys, back in the day when I first played Star Tropics, I did not have the letter, and I actually guessed that password, dude. I actually was guessing it. And 747, I put that in just by, like, a guess, and got it. It took me like 15 minutes, but I did it. Those spikes always look like, they just look evil. Like, no other game in the Mega Man franchise has spikes that look like this fucking just evil. And like, I can just imagine, it looked like Mortal Kombat spikes or something. Like they should have blood like dripping off of them. Or like something from Castlevania or something. They're just like evil looking spikes. I always thought that. Yeah, I'll never forget, dude. My dad, I'll never forget. Like one of the few memories I have. Like, I lived in one house most of my life, until I was like 14 or something. But before that, we lived in an apartment. And, I'll never forget my dad going to, oh shit. He was going to buy this game, dude. And, he's just like, I'm gonna go buy this Mega Man 2. And I was just like, I didn't know what it was. And he brought this home, dude. He played this game so much. I was just fascinated with it. My dad doesn't like any of the other Mega Mans, dude. He don't like 3, he don't like 4. He likes this one, that's it. Now, he will tell you straight up, he's like, the rest suck. That's what he says. He's like, 2's the best. But my dad's favorite Mario is Mario 2, too. Like, he won't play any other Mario but Mario 2. My dad's 2 games that he played the most were Mario 2 and Mega Man 2. See, I didn't have a sister, so I never had that dynamic of having a sister. If I had a sister, I would have tortured the hell out of her, dude. For sure. I had 2 brothers, which I tortured them instead. Oh yeah, me and my brothers were always fighting, dude. It wasn't really a physical thing. I mean, we got into a few fist fights, me and my brothers, for sure. But it wasn't usually physical. It was usually, Mom, he's doing this, and Mom, and like, they were just crowding me, dude. Like, I had no space. You know, like, we had to share a room, and we had to share everything, and the TV, and the system, and it was my Super Nintendo, but my brothers would play it, because we had to share everything, and they would just trash everything, dude. Like, I remember I was at the very end of Illusion of Gaia, dude. Very end of Illusion of Gaia. I was on that pyramid part, and my brother fucking jumped, he like came in the room and like threw something at the Super Nintendo, like a stuffed animal, and it messed it up and it erased my file, dude. Like, I was going to kill him, dude. Like, I was going to kill him. Like, I was running after him. Like, if I had grabbed him, he would not be alive. Like, I was so infuriated with him. Because he did that shit on fucking purpose, dude. Like, I remember chasing him around the house and my mom like breaking us up. I'm just like, no, he's dead. He's a dead man. I was like, you better not go to sleep, punk. It's like, you better fucking sleep with one eye open, because you are dead meat. Yeah, if you messed up a game, like, you know, like if you messed it up or knocked it out of the slot or something while the game was on, you had a chance of erasing your file. I erased the file, dude. So, like, you know, you gotta be careful. And that's why I don't really get into, you know, these old mediums and stuff, dude, because they mess up and get a blow on them and fiddle with them, and it's just not, you know, you're gonna put 60 hours into a fucking game, dude, and these batteries are not great in these games, and it's just not worth it. You could lose everything at the, you know, drop of a hat. Thanks, AB. Your dad hated games except Toe Jam and Earl. See, I hate Toe Jam and Earl, so I think that game's fucking boring. Dude, it was an art. I mean, Illusion of Gaia is not a short game. I mean, as you guys know. And Also take into account that it was even longer because I had to like share everything with my brother, so I maybe got to play like a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours a day maybe. You know, if that. Like on a good day. And dude, it was bullshit, dude. Like it took me forever to get to that point. And like, dude, I didn't beat it until a long time later, dude. Because I didn't have time to do it. It sucks. It's a big game, dude. Oh, I discovered emulation, and it was all over after that. I never went back. As soon as I discovered emulation, I never went back to my Super Nintendo and NES, dude. It was over. I wonder if they knew the Metal Blades were like OP when they were making the game. I mean, you would think with all the time and effort that they put into making a game back then. I mean, because it's not easy. It never was to make a game is hard. And you know, somebody had to have been on the team and been like, guys, like this Metal Blade is fucking ridiculous. I mean, somebody had to like raise their hand and be like, are we sure we want to make the Metal Blades this strong? And they're just like, yeah, fuck it. Somebody had to be like, yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because somebody had to program the fact that you got 4 shots for every pellet of energy? I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude. Is this making completely fucking unbelievably weak to his own weapon? The color schemes they used in these NES games is so bizarre, dude. Like, why would Dr. Wily, like, color his ship this color, you know what I mean? Like, just don't get it, dude. It's like, I'm gonna make my ship fabulous! This is the coolest last boss in the Mega Man franchise, in my opinion. I mean, they literally make you think, like, Dr. Wily's a fucking alien? What the fuck? You know what I mean? I always thought it was weird that the bubble worked, I guess because you're, like, making it go haywire with water or something. I think it's cool. It's like Dr. Wily's facing you himself, you know what I mean? He's throwing down. That creativity kind of went away with the later entries. In the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on PS2, I think they cut this segment out of it for some reason. Like this part with Mega Man walking, I don't think they included it. I think it was just a credit sequence. I think that pissed people off, if I remember right. Alright, let's move on. Mega Man 3 time, bitches. Every time you see a speedrun of this, like, they always gotta say the same things over and over again. Yeah, this is the most mash heavy. This is the most mash heavy Mega Man game. You're gonna see that. No other game is as mash heavy as this one. It's like, okay, we get it, it's mash heavy, shut the fuck up. Before I mash heavy your fucking face. Like, these speedrunners have run out of things to talk about a long time ago, dude. Like, I mean, how many times can you watch a Mega Man 3 speedrun? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you're gonna run out of things to talk about. Shit gets old real fast. Like, at a certain point, you literally, like, I mean, how many times are people gonna get excited? That's why you're seeing a lot of, like, ROM hacks and stuff in AGDQ lately and stuff, because, I mean, people are tired of watching the same games, dude. Like, they're literally running out of games. And I can't even believe they're still making mad money, even though they're not even having the actual AGDQ in like a con style event anymore. They're just doing it over webcam, and they're still getting like $2 million, dude. Swag! I did it for swag! Oh yeah, that's gonna get you all the pussy, dude. Gonna get you all the that swag that you did in Mega Man 3 just gets the bitches wet, dude. No one cares, bro. What kills me about AGDQ is, like, people want to act like they care about charity and they don't give a fuck about that, dude. They literally just want to get on there and show everybody their mad Mega Man fucking Battle Network skills and shit. Like, nobody cares, dude. Here's my thing, okay? Here's my thing about the AGDQ, okay? They've made these charities so much money, dude. And, like, I have a hard time seeing, like, where this money is going. Like, I mean, where is it going? Like, I would like to see, like, a breakdown of, like, where the funds are going, what they're being put into. I mean, this prevent cancer and all this stuff. Okay, that's great. It's a good cause. I get it. But where's it going? You know what I mean? I mean, these companies aren't hurting for money. They got money. You know, they are funded. They got, you know, they're good. I mean, so this is like, you know, cherry on top with their funding. But I just want to see a breakdown of where the funds are going. Because I'm not going to donate to something, I don't know where this money's going, dude. It could literally just go in someone's fucking pocket for all I fucking know. I mean, they're getting so much money off this shit, dude. I mean, where is it going? Literally. You know, like, you guys are having these marathons, you know, 2-3 times a year. You're getting like $2 million or something per marathon. I mean, this is insane. Like, that's a crazy amount of money. And I don't think it's too much to ask to show a breakdown of where this money's going and how it's benefiting people. I mean, you don't know where the money's going. You don't know what the hell's going on, dude. I mean, that's crazy town to me. Mega Man 10 isn't a bad game, but I just don't... There's not a lot I like about it. There's not a lot of, like, music. I don't really like the music. I don't really like the level design. I don't really like the Robot Masters. There's nothing I look forward to getting to in Mega Man 10. Most of the time I look forward to it being over. Dude, I'll be honest, if I'm out, okay, look, and I've talked about this on FDU, okay? Like, if I'm at a restaurant and, like, the service isn't good, I'm not tipping. I'm not gonna do it. Period. If I go to a restaurant, okay, and I get no refills, I can't find the waitress, you know, I can't, you know, I'm not getting any ketchup, I ask for something, they're not bringing it to me, okay? If that transpires, I'm not giving a tip. I'm not giving you a tip to bring my food out and lay it on the table. Okay? Anybody could do that, dude. Like, my fucking 4-year-old nephew could do that. He could bring a plate out and place it on the table. Okay? I want a little bit more than that for me to tip. I don't automatically tip. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm very rarely ever gonna tip 15% or anything like that, dude. That's fucking insane. I'm not doing that, dude. That's fucking crazy town. We should not be having to fucking pay the wages of waitresses. It's never made any sense to me. And it literally just gives the wet restaurant industry a pass to fucking shit on everybody, dude. It's dumb as fuck. And we as Americans are the only ones that have to deal with this shit, dude. Because of these cheap-ass fucking restaurants. And I'm not gonna play into their fucking game. You know what I mean? And like Muda just said, dude, Muda's first job was retail. He didn't get tips. Dude, I was a cart boy at this big retail chain, okay? I got the carts. They told us, as cart boys, like, if we were given tips, to not accept them. And if they saw us accepting tips, they would, like, fire us. Okay? We made nothing. We made diddly dick. Okay? I don't even know if I was paid. Looking back on it, I don't even think I was paid. I don't remember getting any money. That's how bad it was. Okay? And they told us if we accepted tips, we were gonna get fired. I still took tips, because I would load people's cars and they would, you know, sneak me a $5 or something and I would take it, and, you know, they could suck my fucking balls. But, you know, it doesn't make sense. It's this, you know, this mentality that everybody has that we have to tip. Dude, I'm telling you, AB. I'm telling you, dude. When I worked at GameStop and I got my PS3, dude, I was threatened to... They were gonna threaten to fire me if I sold my PS3 on eBay, dude. I will never forget that. Dude, I just kept my mouth shut, because if I would have opened my mouth at that moment, I would have got fired immediately, dude, because I was about ready to go fucking TNT on this motherfucker. I was like, how are you gonna know that's me on there selling that thing, dude? There are literally thousands of PS3s on eBay right now. You know, talk about an empty threat that was nothing but beating your fucking chest, dude. That's all that was. Like, he's gonna fucking know. Even if it was in the same city as me, they still wouldn't know. It's not, my fucking name's not on the eBay thing. They're not gonna know. What's he on eBay all day looking for people selling fucking shit that work at GameStop? That's retarded. That was the moment I knew that GameStop was corrupt as fuck, dude. And then I was not gonna be staying there too much longer. They ain't gonna fucking do shit, dude. Okay, if I wanna fucking get a fucking drill a hole in the side of that thing and fuck the shit out of it in the parking lot, I could do that. Okay? And I did. And I did, bitches. Jingle All the Way fucking sucks, dude. I'm sorry, it has to be said. It's not a good movie, dude. And it pains me to say that. I like it, don't get me wrong. I will watch Jingle All the Way until the day I die. But that movie is a complete missed opportunity. And I'll tell you where the movie falls on its face, dude. And I said this in FDU, I'm gonna say it again. Jingle All the Way falls on its face as soon as he goes to that factory with the Santa Clauses in it, dude. Like, as soon as he goes there, the movie never recovers. It turns the fucking silly meter up to like 10, and it becomes bullshit, and it never regains its footing after that, dude. Like, why are we in a giant factory filled with Santa Clauses? In the unrated cut, like the director's cut of that, there's a song number there. Like, they actually sing a song. It's even worse. Like, I like the extended cut. Like, they added more scenes that are actually pretty cool in it. But I won't watch the extended cut because it's like literally I have to fast forward past this stupid song number with Jim Belushi, aka the fucking Belushi brother that nobody gives a fuck about. Okay, who invited Jim Belushi, dude? Like, what the fuck? That Jake Lloyd is one of the worst actors in the entire history of the earth. Has no business. I cannot believe he scored episode 1 after that pitiful performance, dude. Just blows my fucking mind. It's like, always treat your friends really well. And like, he can't deliver a fucking line to save his goddamn life, dude. I know people want to rip on Jar Jar Binks, dude, but, you know, like, as a kid, I didn't care that much. Like, that was the least of my worries. Like, literally, Jake Lloyd was way more annoying to me than Jar Jar Binks, dude. And to this day is. Yeah, Jar Jar was never that big a deal. Like, he was annoying, but it wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be. Jake Lloyd ruined that movie for me, dude. He was awful. I mean, they could have got the kid from The Sixth Sense to be in that fucking shit, dude. He was way better. I mean, he did fucking Sixth Sense, like, the year before. I don't know why they didn't get that kid. I mean, when you're a kid, and dude, I used to watch, I would watch The Wizard and think, you know, and that was my jam, and, you know, Nothing But Trouble, and just, you know, some really terrible movies, and I didn't have the best taste in movies, but even as when you're a kid and you're watching a movie and you're cringing because of the acting, that's bad. Yippee! Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up! Idiot! Oh, what dicks the mom of that kid was sucking, dude. But he needs to fucking give his mom mad props. Because she sucks a mean dick, dude. That is the only way that sumbitch ever got any roles. Matter of fact, I wish I would have known his mom. I bet his mom licks a good pipe. Dude, I'm telling you, Home Alone doesn't work. Okay? I know I might get some hate off this, okay? It's a classic. I like the movie, don't get me wrong. But the movie doesn't work. Okay? Like, what the fuck? So what does he think? His parents just vanished off the face of the earth? I mean, he's so stupid he thinks his parents just vanished because he wished it. But he's able to, you know, beat these robbers and create these, like, traps and stuff. Like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, he was able to rig together this thing to make people think that he's, like, having a party in there in, like, 5 seconds. But he can't go buy a toothbrush without accidentally stealing it and having cops chase him and everything else. He's a retard. Like, goddamn, dude. Yeah, Home Alone 2 is even fucking more insane. You're gonna tell me that, like, in 1 year's time, that this is all gonna happen again the exact same way, and they're gonna get out of jail, and they're gonna happen to meet Kevin in New York City, one of the biggest cities in the entire world, with the most people, and they're gonna happen to just bump into each other by chance? What? Okay? It makes no sense. They escape and somehow meet him again in a random location. Okay? It's a small world, but it ain't that fucking small. Get the fuck out of my face. Oh, I forgot it's this fucking guy. It's a laser, right? No, it's the fucking hard knuckle, isn't it? Always forget. I wasted like half my fucking hard knuckle too, so that's not good. Like a stupid ass piece of shit. Oh shit. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, that was horrible. That was hard to handle. Okay, I'm gonna have to load up my fucking shit now. Fuck. Lame. I can't believe how short these levels are, dude. It blows my fucking mind how much of an afterthought this fucking castle was. See, bitch. I feel like the fighting the bosses things over again, like, if they made a Mega Man 12, if they took this segment of the game out, I'd be okay with it. As much as I like this PS5 controller, dude, it is a little bit big. And when you play with it for a while, because I have smaller hands, so it does the grip that I have, you have to hold it in, kind of wears on my hands a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it's something I'll get used to. But I think I do like the PS4 controller feel in my hands a little bit better than the PS5s. But that's just like personal preference, and I'm being the minority on that one for sure. The PS4 controller was like just the right size and shit, dude. Just the right size to put in my butthole. Love it. But like I said, if you have bigger hands, those that haven't experienced the PS5 controller yet, you're in for a treat, dude. My brother loves the PS5 controller. He's got big hands and shit, so he loves it. He's like, it's the best controller ever made. I was like, yep. I knew you'd like it. Vegans are emotional people. What people eat shouldn't like determine their entire personality, in my opinion. It's always been interesting to me that people have to like have something to justify their existence, and we're supposed to just like bow down to fucking vegans because they're not eating animals, even though animals eat other animals in the animal kingdom viciously. So like, you know, animals don't give a fuck that you're not eating them. Half these animals would eat you if they had a chance. Like, if my cat was big enough, my cat would fucking slice my throat and fucking eat me, dude. Like, no doubt. I mean, I love my cat. He loves me, but that motherfucker was as big as a fucking panther. He would eat my fucking ass out, dude. I'd be sleeping and he'd be fucking just chomping down on my ass. He wouldn't give a fuck. But he's smaller than me, and he'd get his ass kicked, and he knows it. It's the only reason why he doesn't kill me while I sleep. Animals don't give a fuck that you're not eating them, dude. They're like, fuck you, dude. Like, this boss is not finished, dude. This boss is not finished. There ain't nothing that anybody can tell me otherwise. God, I hate that fucking top spin, dude. Sucks balls. Incredible. Incredible soundtrack. Alright, homies. I think I'm gonna have to put a break on this for a little bit here. I gotta get something to eat. I have not eaten anything all day. I bought these donuts at a gas station and they were disgusting. And they're like powdered donuts, like Little Debbie powdered donuts or something, and it tastes like there's something wrong with them. Like they had too much yeast in them or something. Like they were odd. But yeah, I'll be back, guys. We'll get them knocked out. Alright, guys. Peace out, bitches. Catch you on the flip-flop.